Hi everybody, how are you? It's Tuesday, which means it's Tuesday Town Hall at Certified PA Consulting. I'm Casey D'Amato. For those who don't know me, I am a PA. I've been a PA since '03. Also started Certified PA Consulting in 2009 because of my experience and my business partner's experience, Catherine's in business management, managing a medical practice, and we've gone on to start our own businesses. So we help PAs understand how and when to negotiate, understand different elements of contract terms, how to decide when to make a career change, clinical or non-clinical, maybe even start your own business. So you can check out certifiedpaconsulting.com. We have tons of resources for PAs who are interested in some coaching or consulting or just different tools related to the business side of being a PA, things that were not taught in PA school. So we have tons of free videos. We have lots of free PDF download guides, and we put out a video every week on a different topic that comes up fairly frequently. So on today's town hall, we're talking about what happens if you're 2 to 3 years into your clinical role and you decide that you want a career change. So what should you do if this is you? I know this applies to new grads or relatively new grads, people that have been out of school for a year or 2 years, and they're trying to figure out, okay, I'm here. I don't know if this is for me. Should I change? And maybe being a PA isn't for me, or maybe it's just a specialty. So a couple of quick tips related to this topic. First is this is totally normal reaction, happens all the time, nothing to be nervous about at all. If you're having some second thoughts or some doubts about your very first specialty choice, don't be surprised. It happens to almost every single PA. So don't be nervous about that. So it's totally normal. So that's number one. Number two is write down, if you had to describe your perfect job, what would that be? Whether it was clinical or non-clinical, what would kind of your hours be? Are you somebody who likes the longer hours, like 12 hours, but 3 days a week rather than 8 hours, 5 days a week? And what type of commute or flexibility? Do you like a big team versus small? So write down the things that you would kind of like in your perfect job, and then think about your current role and what you like and don't like, and how can you decide what your next step would be as far as making a specialty change, because maybe it's worth trying another specialty before deciding to leave clinical medicine altogether, because maybe just hospital-based isn't for you, or vice versa, maybe private practice isn't for you, and it's just about changing the setting, changing the team, changing things about your current role. So number one, it's totally normal. Number two, really write down, what do you want from your career? Why did you want to be a PA? How did you visualize your role? What type of autonomy versus teamwork and things like that? And then think about your current role. What does it have and not what is it lacking? And then thinking about making a change, what other specialties, or even within the specialty, what type of atmosphere might fit what you were really looking for to get out of your career as a working PA, because every specialty is completely different than another, and each setting is very unique. Each setting, each supervising physician with a level of independence on autonomy and team collaboration, staff support, and then there's things like commute and hours and things like that. So there really is almost something for everyone if you really think about what it is you truly want. So those are the first two. Number three, when you do start to figure out what you want, the next step is to start networking with that specialty. So let's say you are hospital-based and you're thinking that you want to go private practice, and you're thinking about primary care or a subspecialty like dermatology. That's my background. The first thing to do is to start networking. How do you do that? You join the professional organizations for that specialty, and ideally even get involved. So start volunteering, get on committees, get on the board, things like that. Start getting involved, and before you know it, you will start to make the right connections and figure out how to navigate that career change into making that a reality. So even if you don't have experience in that specialty, it's about networking. Everybody starts someplace. Everybody who is working in a specialty didn't have experience in that specialty at one point in time. So it's possible to get into any specialty, because everybody who's working started day one without experience. They came from someplace, somehow, some way. So start networking and start with the specialty organizations, get involved, volunteer, and start meeting everybody. And you might not get a job overnight that week, but you will start to learn the industry, how it works. You'll start to make the connections, and you will eventually be able to make that change to that specialty. So that's number 3, is networking. Number 4 is start to get training. While you're networking, start to go to conferences, start to absorb the material and refine your education in that specialty, because we only have so much exposure in school and in rotations to some specialties. So start to advance your knowledge so that when you do get that opportunity and you do get that interview, you can nail it, that you have been going to all these conferences and advancing your education. And yes, you might be kind of new as far as clinical skills, but you have a really good foundation of at least academic knowledge. So start getting trainings, definitely. And then lastly, start sending out resumes with a compelling cover letter about why you want to make that specialty change. And the big key takeaway is, how are you going to help them? Why is your specialty change going to help this facility or this practice? So yes, you want to talk a little bit about yourself, but you mostly want to talk about them. So you want to talk about how you are committing all this time and energy into advancing your knowledge base, and you are going to be able to refine your clinical skills and training to practice exactly the way that they want, in the period of time that they want, and that you're, a team player, or if it is a big group, or if it's independent, you're comfortable being solo, or whatever it is that their job listing is showing, or what they're all about. Make sure that you are describing how you fit that role, not just why you want to make a change about yourself, but think about what that job listing is, and then make your cover letter about how you are the perfect person for that new satellite office because you like working independently, or you're the perfect person for this collaboration, critical care team or something like that because you love working as a team. So make sure your cover letter is customized to the listing and what they are looking for, that it's not only about you. So just to recap, if you are someone who is 1 to 3 years out of school and you're not sure if clinical medicine is for you, or if you made the right choice with a specialty and you're not sure how to go, number 1, totally normal. So don't panic. It's not necessarily, doesn't mean that you wasted your education and you're not going to be happy as a PA. It just might mean that you might need to change specialties or change environments, and that's normal. Number 2, think about what your perfect role is, what you did envision when you wanted to be a PA in the first place. What does your current role have or not have? And what other specialties might be able to fill this void for you and get you closer to what you originally envisioning that might be worth a try. And then from there, start networking with those specialties, get involved, volunteer, join the organization, start meeting people. And then from there, get training. And then from there, you start sending out your resumes and your cover letters with a cover letter specific about what the job listing's looking for. So these are really this is really the critical steps. And we teach a lot of this in our Master the Boss Mindset Negotiation Masterclass, because some people get distracted by the money and thinking, well, I really should be earning this much, or if I'm not going to be earning this much, I'm going to be burning out, or I don't know if I'm really happy. Should I negotiate? If I get more money, would I be happy? And we teach all of this in Master the Boss Mindset. So if you're not sure how to kind of create your perfect job, or you're not sure how to identify if your current job is the right job, or making another, how to make the right change for you, you may want to check out our Master the Boss Mindset Negotiation Masterclass. It's about 6 hours. It's on demand, totally on demand. So you don't have to do anything live. You can do it at your own pace. It comes with a workbook. And we teach you how to decide when and why and how it's time for an exit and time to make a change. So if this is you and you're not sure if you should negotiate for more money, if that would make you happy versus making a change, take Master the Boss Mindset Negotiation Masterclass. It teaches you how to negotiate, but it also teaches you how to recognize if negotiation isn't the answer and making a change, making an exit is the answer. So if this is you, if you are somebody a couple years in and you're thinking, I made a mistake, I shouldn't have been a PA, I shouldn't go in this specialty, I don't know what to do, Make sure you go through the steps I talked about in this video. Check out our masterclass if you want a deeper dive into negotiations or how to recognize when it's really time to make an exit. Okay, we have tons of tools, tons more free videos. Don't forget, we put a free video out every single week in our video library, totally free, 100% free. So you can go to certifiedpaconsulting.com and you can check out all of our videos in the video library, and we have PDF download guides for negotiation checklists and quizzes to see if you're ready to negotiate and see if you're ready to start a business if that's for you. So check it out. Those resources are totally free. If you want deeper dive, we have more robust courses, and of course we have one-on-one coaching working with myself and my team members to help you through any of this if you feel like you need a one-on-one coach to help you through this process. Those things have a small fee. Sometimes they qualify for Category 2 CME. So we're here if you need anything. Good luck, everybody, and I'll see you next week.